Hey guys, welcome back to Ants Midwest. Today's video is going to feature my Aphaenogaster Rudis colony. They're in a natural dirt setup connected to an AC test tube portal with sugar water. And here's their Outworld section of the nest, which is a bit dirty. As soon as I saw this worker in the sugar water test tube, I started recording because I don't get to see them out of the nest very much. They're pretty shy, and I'm not exactly sure when they're most active. My favorite part about them so far is that they're nesting pretty close to the edge of the nest. You can see right in that hole there, you can see larvae, and the red is parts of fruit flies. They're fruit fly heads that they've caught. This is another section of the nest that you can see into. They also keep larvae and pupa in here. Every now and then I can see them, but not all the time. You can see a worker comes in there from the tunnels. This section of the nest is just above that other section, and yes, it looks like below because I flipped my phone around and everything's upside down now. There were still fruit flies in the Outworld section, but I wasn't able to find any ants hunting. In this part, you can see the tunnel that goes between the two nest sections. There's an ant in the middle there, and another one comes up to meet her. You'll be able to tell here how it's upside down. You see the air bubbles on the bottom. So that worker's actually on the bottom of the test tube, drinking from the sugar water. And here comes one of her sisters to drink some as well. It also looks funny how the larvae are hanging from the ceiling, even though they're definitely not. I really wish I could have got some footage of them hunting the fruit flies, because you can see in there that they caught several, and I'm assuming the larvae are feeding from those. The video here is now back upright, and there's one worker at the top of the test tube drinking and one at the bottom drinking. I think it's kind of funny how she just hangs from the ceiling drinking sugar water. As I watched this worker come from the sugar water back to the nest, I noticed she looks an awful lot like my Aphaenogaster piccia, which there's not much difference between them. Rudis are more brown and piccia are more black, but I don't have any pictures of the queen, but from my memory, the queen looks different than the piccia, so I'm pretty sure that they are Rudis. This footage is from a different day, and I started recording because I watered them a little bit, so they started being a lot more active and moving brood around. Um, but you can also see there's one chamber up there. This is the second chamber, and I noticed there's a third chamber starting down here, and so that tells me the colony's growing. And I saw some pupa after I watered, but I didn't start recording in time to get them on film. Usually when I look into this chamber, I usually see larva or pupa. Um, and this is the chamber where I saw the pupa earlier, but I guess they moved them somewhere else now because I don't see either at the time. Looking into this chamber though, I've seen something that I haven't seen yet in this colony, which is eggs. You can see those little circles back there are eggs, and when I zoom in you can't really see them, but you can see a larva there as well. And then in just a second, another interesting thing shows up. Right on the edge of the nest, on the plastic, there's springtails. You can see two of them there. So that's a really good sign because those help keep the nest clean. They eat waste that the ants produce and stuff like that. As I zoom back into the nest chamber here, you can see the eggs quite a bit better. This is actually the chamber that I've seen the queen in one time, so that explains why the eggs are here. And I get distracted by the springtails again, but I got a decent shot of that one. You can see all the hair sticking off of it. And then the other one comes in and they're like chasing each other. And I wonder if they're like trying to mate. Now I finally found a worker that was in the Outworld. I rarely see them out here, so I had to record it. But then she just dips into a tunnel right away. But as you can see over here, when I move the camera, there's some food out there for them. I'm hoping to get some footage of that. Here you can kind of see the worker in the tunnel there, and I accidentally recorded the wrong way, but oh well. And then she just goes and hides under the moss in the Outworld. I think that she looks really good with the moss for the background. I don't know. I like the look of that. I thought this was kind of silly. She comes all the way from the nest to the sugar water, doesn't drink any sugar water, and just starts heading back to the AC portal. But whatever. She decided to explore the portal a little bit, so I guess it wasn't all for nothing. Anyways, this is going to be it for the video today. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. See ya.